Good afternoon, everyone. This is your girl, the one and only Coteria, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinion Vlog. Okay, now let's get into Armon Wiggins. Last night, Armon Wiggins chose violence over peace. I see he have stepped off the porch. He's no longer doing his mellow commentary. I guess he had a lot of things to get off his chest and also off his plate regarding two bloggers that I guess he's been wanting to talk about for a while. I do know in the recent weeks he has alluded to on his Twitter of whacking Tasha K, that he's going to whack her soon. So he's been saying that, and also he's been talking about her on Twitter and posts about the lawsuit that she got pending against her from the rapper Soulja Boy, okay, for defamation and slander. And so basically he was saying that, Tasha K is stupid for getting herself in this predicament for the third time. Tasha K has had a total of 3 lawsuits. I do know one has been successful, and that's the one with Cardi B, which she has a bill of $4 million that she has to pay to Cardi B, and she's going to do that in installments. So, Armon Wiggins was kind of saying, you still haven't learned your lesson, girl. So he posted that. He accused Tasha K, people or her, of getting his community post taken down, but I think he took it down. He edited and kind of reposted it back. So like I said, he kind of have a lot of things to address. Now I'm going to give my breakdown of my opinion of some of the things that he mentioned during this live last night, because a lot of it is definitely salacious. He really did drag Tasha K and his ex-friend, Official Kingpin. I was just flabbergasted, okay? I wasn't expecting him to say a lot of the things that he said about Official Kingpin, but again, I always tell people, when you put your mouth on people, they have a right to respond and reply. And there is no timeline. They can get you when you least expect it, and it seemed like this is what happened with Official Kingpin. I don't think he probably was expecting Armon to clap back at him, because a couple of weeks ago, let me take y'all down memory lane, Official Kingpin was doing this space on Twitter, okay, alongside Tasha K and a couple of other bloggers. I did a video about this and I spoke about this. And during that spaces, it was about Armon, some of it, okay? And I'm only going to focus on the Armon part. And they was kind of laughing at Armon because y'all know Armon kind of caused the TGIF show to be canceled with his infamous Al birthday roast. Okay, it's been the talk of the town for weeks. And so they were just saying Armon is a hothead. He don't get along with nobody. He has a temper. He don't know how to control his demeanor and stuff like that. And it was bringing up, the experiences with Armon Wiggins and his bad attitude. And so Tasha K kind of threw Official Kingpin under the bus. It looked like Official Kingpin and Tasha K had some conversations about Armon Wiggins, okay, some time ago, you know what I'm saying? And so she kind of like brought, I don't know if it was intentional, because with Tasha K, she likes to do stuff like this. This is in her nature to kind of like bring up a private conversation that you might have had some time ago, just to get her point across, or just to continue to demean, or just to kind of belittle and laugh at the person that she's talking about, which is Armon Wiggins. So I'm going to say this was intentional. I just feel that Official Kingpin was caught off guard. Okay, when she kind of was like, oh, remember when you told me? He was just kind of like, yeah. So I felt like, I'm going to say T-Pain, Lord, I talk fast. Official Kingpin was kind of forced to kind of tell it all. And that's what he did. He told it all, and he gave us a little extra, about their friendship, a little bit behind the scenes of what, like, their friendship was like. So, I was like here for it. I was listening to it. And I just knew that Armon Wiggins was going to respond immediately, which he kind of didn't. He didn't kind of like really respond. I think he just threw some little shots at him on his spaces. But he didn't give Official Kingpin a full-blown response like he did last night. But he did throw jabs at Tasha K, was saying like, why are you talking about me? Girl, I haven't talked about you in like years. I don't even talk about you. You're not on my radar and stuff like that. So with Tasha K, he talked about Tasha K hair, He was like, the audacity and the nerve of you to talk about anybody on YouTube and you look the way you look. You look miserable. You know, you look like you went to a barber shop and you went to Edward Scissorhands and he just kind of slapped you and cut your hair. Now, you know, sometimes Tasha K do have bad hair days where she don't get her hair pressed and bumped like she normally do. Y'all know Tasha K likes to wear the short cut. It fits her. But there are some days I feel like she probably just don't want to do anything with her hair. And that's what he's talking about. You're around here talking about everybody else and look how you look. You are a wife. You're a mother. He also said that, you know, Tasha K is very facetious and very nasty and vindictive with her commentary. And this is why she has all these lawsuits, you know, against her because of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And he said that basically she likes to be involved in drama because of her past trauma when she was a child. He also brought up her SA experience. I was very taken back and surprised. You know, he didn't go in, he wasn't nasty, but he was just kind of saying it as a comparison. We see why you do, you wreak havoc when it comes down to your commentary. Why you always kind of like doxing people, exposing people. You always trying to break up homes. You know what I'm saying? You always, you know, make up lies and defamatory things about celebrities and stuff just to kind of go viral and to be the talk of the town and be in the headline news. You do this because you're so used to trauma. And it stems from your childhood. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about the mom and the father. And he also was like, you know, you're a married woman. You have a husband. Why are you not entertaining your husband? Why you're not sexing your husband? Why are you so worried about what I got, you know, going on, what I'm snorting, you know what I'm saying? And who I'm freaking. That's none of your business. You should be focusing on your husband. You should be doing those sad things to your husband. Okay? So that's what he was saying about regarding Tasha K. He just saying that Tasha K, you know, fell off. She's not the same person. She don't have to do this type of commentary, even though she chooses to do it because it's part of her demeanor. He also alluded to saying that, you know, everything that Tasha K do, which is a lot of bad than good, is going to follow her almost adult daughter. She has a teenage daughter who's almost 18. So he was saying that everything that she do, all the slander that she does against people, the defamatory things that she say, is going to follow her daughter in her adulthood life and her children, and this is not good. Because he's saying that kind of like what you do is going to rub off on your kids, is going to follow your kids. Now, I don't agree with that because those are two different people, two different personalities, two different characteristics. What Tasha K, you know, does on social media, I don't think she does that in real life. I think she's a totally different person when it comes down to her being a wife and also a mother. That's just my opinion. That's my optics. I really don't know. Even though she's salacious and she's nasty and devious, you know what I'm saying, condescending, I don't think she kind of lives that way in real life. But like I said, that's just my opinion, and we can agree to disagree. So I don't agree with that part saying that, you know, everything she does is going to fall back on her child. I don't think so. You understand? So he was just saying that, also he brought up this friend girl. She has a Caucasian friend girl that, you know, he was saying that she's jealous of. You know what I'm saying? I guess she's in competition or she's jealous of. I don't know who this person is. He brought that up. He was also saying that, you know, you fell off. You know what I'm saying? You're not that girl. You're not that it girl. You're not the person that we once used to know, you know, a couple of years ago. Ever since, you know, Tasha K won her defamation lawsuit, you have not been the same. It seemed like you just got nastier and just evil. You know what I'm saying? He said he kind of hates Tasha K. And he also said Tasha K have got a lot of her YouTuber friends to come against him. He also said that she said that the people that she mentor is going to surpass him in numbers. And he said now 1 itch, 2 itch, 3 itch, new itch, old itch can do what he do. Okay, they can't take his spot. You know what I'm saying? They're not at his height and his level. Now, I'm going to have to contest to that. I can say Storm Monroe is probably about the only mentee of hers that she mentored that has surpassed Armon Wiggins, and he came after Armon Wiggins. Armon Wiggins been on YouTube for some years. So I'm going to say that is false because Storm Monroe has surpassed, and I'm not trying to be messy, I'm just stating facts. Okay? He also said that Tasha K is obsessed with him, and this is why she can't cut him loose and let him go, and why she always have his name in her mouth. Because she, you know, wants to get close with him and acquainted, and he said, I don't even want to see you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, like, you know, meet up with you. I know you want to meet with me, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm that guy. I know I'm sexy, I'm attractive. But, of course, he would never want a Tasha K. But he feels that Tasha K wants to be in his presence again. she wants to link up with him, and that's why she talks ill about him in a negative way. And also he brought up the fact that she alluded to kind of help him get the spot on TGIF through Claudia. He was like, you a effing lie. You a mother effing lie. That is not true. You never, you know what I'm saying, got me in the door. You know what I'm saying? You never gave any word, any advice. That's all BS. Like, I don't need you. He's saying that he's that guy. He's the ish, basically. Everybody wants to be in his circle, in his presence around him. Like, he graces people. They want to grace him. Okay? It's not that he kind of needs a handout or a favor. They need him. Y'all know Armon is very arrogant and conceited. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting, mentioned on people, documentary and stuff like that. And then, he got the TGIF host because of a friend. I don't know if it was because of popularity. So I beg to differ, but that's the way he feels. That's the way he feels. But he's just saying that also he has dethroned Tasha K in the popularity when it comes down to social media and YouTube. He's kind of more popular than Tasha K. She don't fell off. You know what I'm saying? She don't burn a lot of bridges. He said she even burned the bridges with Nicki Minaj and a lot of powerful people that she wants you to be cool with. Now, they don't fell out with her. Now they're ops now because of her mouth and the nasty defamatory stuff that she, says about them. So he was just kind of like, she's burnt. Wherever she goes, she's burnt, and she's just kind of jealous of his new heights and his success in so many words. So he was just kind of saying Tasha K is a miserable biatch, basically. You know what I'm saying? The same things he have said before. Only difference is that he's just kind of saying it again and just talking about, things that he's done and this, that, and the third. Also, he was just like, the reason why Tasha K decided to reach out to Official King Pain is to get under his skin and to spite him. Because he know that they have fallen out almost. It's been 2 years now. I have not been on YouTube. I still don't know how they fell out as a friend, because they was good friends and stuff. So like I said, I wasn't present on YouTube for that. But he said that's the only reason why he's reaching out to Official King Pain, because he's an easy catch. He's slow. Also, he's kind of my ops now. We're no longer cool. So of course, when you have a common enemy, you link up. To be expected. He was also saying that, Tasha K decided to choose him before Official King Pain because he wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? He's not credible like Armon Wiggins and stuff. And so this is what he was saying about Official King Pain. So we're done talking about Tasha K. A lot of things he said about Tasha K he said before. Of course, she's very vindictive, salacious, just downright evil. She spins false narratives. That is Tasha K personality. Is not going to change anytime soon. That is who she is, okay? So now he's talking about Official King Pain. That Official King Pain is, looks like a rat, ugly, unattractive, overweight. He's saying that his body is shaped like a marshmallow. He also said that his dreads are kind of receding or falling out, and they're kind of hanging on by a thin thread, and it's only 2 of them left, which is kind of not true. He does have a full head of dreads, but that's according to Armon Optics. He also said Official King Pain, while he's being messy and kind of putting his name in his mouth and using him for clickbait and kind of talking about his choice of drugs, you understand, why don't he spill his own tea and talk about how he also, I guess, be on certain drugs and he be passed out in the club, falling out, making a spectacle of himself and doing some inappropriate things that got him kicked out of Pusha T after party that took place in New York. And I guess he was embarrassed, and how he's using his likeness and his image to get on stage, I guess, to get certain spaces. And he also said Official King Pain is not what he appeared to be. Okay, he likes to rock with young men, and I'm going to say young men such as boys, okay, because I'm not trying to be demonetized and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So he likes to prey on naive, immature young men for I want to say, to get acquainted to them. And he kind of manipulates them by buying them their favorite choice of drugs to get close to them and stuff like that. Kind of persuading them, you know what I'm saying? So this is what Armon was alluding to when it came down to Official King Pain. Basically, he's a paymaster. He has to kind of buy his way with these young men to get their attention, because they will never sleep with him based off his appearance and his looks. He said that also a lot of his friends are dropping like flies, meaning that they're dropping from their choice of drugs, is what Armon was saying. So he said a lot of stuff. I was just like, "Ooh, Lord, that's a lot. That's a lot." And Armon has also, he have not taken down the video, but he put that live on his membership, which is only right because of course it's going to be demonetized. He can't make money because he cursed and said a lot of demeaning, damaging things. Okay, he did damage control on that live, especially with Official King Pain, because he alluded to a lot. I'm going to say allegedly with a lot of stuff. For my sake, even though it came out of his mouth and he's saying that it's true, challenge him. He also said on his Twitter that he challenged Official King Pain to take a to take a lie detector test. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but he kind of was alluding to, Official King Pain like to deal with young boys. Okay, kind of like weak-minded, immature young boys specifically, because they're easy to be manipulated and they'll go along to get along long. It's kind of like a child. If you offer a child candy, they'll follow you wherever you go. Is what Armon was saying while he's being messy and talking about, his choice of drugs. It also seems as though Official King Pain got his own choice of drugs too. So it looks like both ex-friends used to get down together. Okay, now I don't know if, Official King Pain like, the powder like Armon, or he would just like a pill popper or whatnot. But both ex-friends, like I said, have a choice of drug that they admire and like, is what I'm getting. It's just that one kind of like threw the other one, out there a couple of weeks ago in Spaces. And it's not something that he intentionally did. He was baited, okay, by his friend Tasha K. And so he had to finish the story. It's kind of, I talked about this. Y'all can kind of go look it up. And so, Armon Wiggins was like, what? Like, it's a lot of things that I can say when it comes down to Official King Pain. And he said he's been kind of pained and he didn't kind of want to take it there. But he's been messy in the recent weeks by kind of mentioning his name and talking about the ex, the friendship. And he was just saying how he always been, Armon Wiggins was saying how Official King Pain have always been jealous of him because he kind of don't reach to new heights. He's going places and he's still struggling on his channel. He's jealous that he kind of, I guess, got the rap girl's numbers. He's connected. He's been invited to certain spaces and events that he can never, go into. You understand? So this is pure jealousy. And he was just saying, Official King Pain needs to kind of worry about his growth on his channel instead of him. Okay? And he needs to worry about why his friends are dropping like flies, instead of worry about what he's putting up his, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is, I was very taken back. I'm very surprised. Y'all know I can't do this way I want to do it, because if I kind of, like I said, use profanity and just to kind of, bring up certain talking points, I will be demonetized and stuff. So I'm trying to watch what I say. But like I said, Armon Wiggins definitely spilled a lot of tea, allegedly, when it came down to Official King Pain. Now, I got to see and listen if Official King Pain is going to respond. I do know that he kind of posted some stale receipts to his community wall. Last night, he also posted a receipt saying that Armon Wiggins got into a physical fight with his mother. I was like, wow. But he did take that down. He posted some stale receipts about him talking about Wiley. And I was just like, oh my God. Armon Wiggins said a lot of stuff. I can't cover everything and stuff. He said a lot of stuff. But like I said, with alluding to this person kind of being like a pedophile, that is really deep. And that's really strong. Okay. And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, wow. Because, now, it's kind of out there. Once you put it out there, you can't retract it. You can't, take it back. Okay, and this came out of Armon Wiggins' mouth, kind of saying that, he kind of seen that he was there. He even said an instance where one young Spanish man he was dealing with, the mom got involved, or the mom, had to come get him. So I just hope Official King Pain don't get down like that, ain't doing that, because Lord, that won't be good. That won't be good. And again, I will tell y'all over and over again, stay solo dolo. Stop trusting these people on YouTube, any social media platform. TikTok, IG, okay, Rumble, wherever y'all, all social media, Facebook, YouTube, solo dolo. Because like I said, this stuff never ends well. Once you start opening your mouth and you start letting people in your life, in your world, they're going to always chew this stuff and spit it back in your face once y'all fall out. Now, I don't know what Armon do, when he's not on social media, or maybe he might be talking about Official King Pain privately or among his friends, who knows? But I did see Official King Payne that one time, because I don't follow. He did talk about Armon and said that, he does use the powder. He loves the powder, and that's his choice of drugs. And that, on many occasions he's seen him under the powder. Okay? Allegedly. So I was just like, wow. But that's all I got to say, y'all. And I will catch y'all later.